Salah Ad-Din was a very diplomatic man, being diligent, calm, generous and just, with his very own trait, righteous of the faith for being a holy warrior for his people. The Ayyubid dynasty already being a well-known family, he picks House of Warriors and Generational Belligerent. That will help his plan to take Jerusalem. Using his high level of diplomacy, he convinces 3 nearby leaders to join his empire, only making them both stronger, along with inviting Faris to join his court, looking for high-level commanders to prepare to take the Holy Land. The Hajj is a pilgrimage to the Mecca, one of the pillars of the Muslim faith. Salah Ad-Din decided to undertake this challenge to prove his dedication to the faith. Another woman taking the pilgrimage declares that people following other gods are abominable monsters in the eyes of Allah. Salah Ad-Din agrees, giving him the disdainful heathens perk, granting him a 20% levy reinforcement rate. At last he reaches the Mecca, and the final rite is to shave all his hair off, granting him the perk Halq, bringing him closer to his religion with a big boost of piety and bringing the end to the Hajj. Upon his return, his rival, Grand Master Rashid, has been spreading rumours in an attempt to lessen his respect. Salah Ad-Din didn't take this lightly and decided he would get revenge by pressing his de jure claims on the Duchy of Aleppo. He quickly sent his troops to the capital Halab to siege and easily succeeded, then chasing down the army of Rashid, only to find them in the mountains, and the disadvantage shamefully cost him the battle. During this war, another tragedy struck. His son, Ash'ari, was extremely ill with pneumonia. Eager to treat his son, he searched for the best court physician possible, ending up with Karima, costing him 165 gold, but that is worth his son's life. The war for Aleppo ended quickly once Rashid's army was caught off guard trying to get his capital back, resulting in Aleppo going to Salah Ad-Din's control, and teaching a valuable lesson for anyone else who tries thinking about challenging him again. Wanting to keep the House of Ayyubid strong, he married 3 more wives with amazing traits to secure his bloodline in future generations. The good news kept coming when his son Ash'ari recovered from pneumonia. But wanting to get even more powerful, he decided to launch a holy war for the Duchy of Fijan. But straight after that, the jihad was called. It was finally time to take Jerusalem from King Badwan IV. It would be a tough war, but one that needed to happen. The first battle took place on the 21st of May 1187. The battle for Irbid was a very important war that included most of each side's power, but King Badwan's army was outnumbered and quickly defeated. It took 3 years, but Salah Ad-Din was able to take the Holy Land without many losses, but he knew this wouldn't be the end. Knowing the Christians would be back for the Holy Land, he landed some of his sons to let them build their skills, ready for the inevitable. On the 1st of October, the Pope accepted the possibility of an invasion by joint Christian forces, meaning Salah Ad-Din needed to be ready. Of course, the war for Jerusalem was only one of the ongoing wars. He still needed to take over Fijan, and his full attention could be put onto that, quickly sending his entire army to the enemy forces, destroying them and leaving them no chance to win this war. Until Pope Sylvester decided it was time. The crusade was official and the Christian forces were coming for Jerusalem, so the war for Fijan ended in white peace to focus on the common enemy. Salah Ad-Din, being the most powerful man in his religion, decided to found a holy order. These brave men would join forces and stop at nothing to defend their faith. Having taken Jerusalem, he decided to back Princess Shiva, hoping that his kind gesture would allow her to rule as his vassal without issues. But that didn't last very long. She used this newly gained power to start an independence faction for the Catholic. By using his skills, he managed to persuade Wali Udez to change his beliefs, resulting in the faction quickly falling apart. For now. Only 6 months into the Crusade, and the Catholics had the man advantage, but nobody knew if they could still defeat the skilled warriors of the Ayyubid Empire. On the 13th of April 1191, the Pope decided to launch the Crusade. That would surely only result in bloodshed from both sides. Wasting no time while the Catholic forces gathered, Salah Ad-Din besieged the grand city of Al-Mishtaya. But without warning, his Catholic vassals took this perfect opportunity to fight for independence once more. The first forces of the Crusade arrived up north, but Salah Ad-Din's first focus was on the much weaker uprising, and after sieging a few of their towns, they accepted white peace, meaning the battle for Jerusalem could begin. Wanting to make up for lost time, he defeated a major army of 11,000 Catholic troops, and kept going to reach their main forces near Quinsarin. While defeating those, word reached that they had many soldiers attacking Jerusalem. While his forces rushed back, his vassals offered him gold to help the costs of war, but once again proving his generosity by refusing such gifts. The crusade was finally turning in his favour as he defeated the army assaulting Jerusalem. But good news never lasts too long, as once again the Catholics in his court demanded independence. But this time Salah Ad-Din wouldn't be so kind. They thought the crusade would help them win, but the opposite happened. The Ash'ari warriors stood together and destroyed the uprising, resulting in them surrendering and being imprisoned for being traitors. The princess he once backed was forced to convert, lose her claims and banish the realm to avoid the dungeons. With the crusade looking over, Salah Ad-Din sent his forces to destroy the remaining Catholic outpost to Derna. But while there, an even bigger group arrived and began to assault Jerusalem. With the Ash'ari men back and ready nearby, they began their attack. This battle would decide the Crusade. The Battle of Jerusalem. The Catholic forces, vastly outnumbered, and stood no chance shortly after they admitted defeat. The infidels tested the wrath of Allah. Salah Ad-Din allowed every single prisoner to go as long as they converted faith, and those who refused were sent to the dungeons to die. All this victory seemed to get to his head. Feeling invincible and wanting revenge, he decided he would invade the Kingdom of England to further expand the Ash'ari faith. Defeating the small army sent to Sussex, he quickly captured London and the surrounding holdings. It was looking like England stood no chance. The cost of all this fighting was starting to take effect at almost 500 coins in debt. The Holy Order offered to lease a holding for 726 gold, allowing Salah Ad-Din to keep fighting. The forces of England started to take back the lost land. Men were sent to stop this, but were quickly outclassed on the battlefield, and the war took a sharp turn from a guaranteed victory. The remainder of Salah Ad-Din's forces were chased down and defeated. At the same time, he lost his daughter Nasiba. All this stress was too much, pushing him over the edge. The war for England was lost, as the new forces couldn't make the long journey in time. This bankrupted Salah Ad-Din. For 7 whole years he sat quietly, only helping his allies in wars when the stress was all too much. The court physician warned him his life was almost over. Salah Ad-Din became infirm from stress. While sat waiting to die, he had a complete mental breakdown, and shortly after, on the 8th of June 1212, at the age of 74, Salah Ad-Din passed away. After leading a very successful life, taking Jerusalem and then defending it against the Crusade, he made the House of Ayyubid into one of the most feared and well-respected families. I just wanted to end this video by saying a massive thank you to everyone who subscribes, comments, been watching. It's all so helpful, and everyone leaves feedback, suggests mods. The plan for this channel right now is a new video Monday and a Wednesday, and on a Friday is going to be the 5 mods and 5 video, so this Friday there will be one coming out. But I'm always looking for new ideas and new things to improve on, so if you have any feedback for this channel, please let me know in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.